Alright guys, so we are here for another run of Super Battle Road. This is going to be another successful run. Now, of all of the super types, I do feel that STR is the least equipped to actually handle Super Battle Road. Now, I know instantly people are gonna, no, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan. People love fucking Super Saiyan 4 Goku. There is a lot that I'm gonna have to discuss during the course of this video. Now, again, this is pre-recorded. Like, a lot of times, some of these Super Battle Road stages did take me several attempts. Super Tech, despite being like one of the most well-equipped, teams to beat Super Battle Road, Super Tech did take me several attempts to do, and STR here took me more attempts than any of the other actual whatchamacallit. This took me more attempts to beat Super STR than any of the other types, and the reason is because of how okay, one, there's not a lot of really new, really good units for Super STR. I've talked about this several times, and many other people have noticed it as well. Also notice we did get the stun with Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta on Mercenary Tau. That's exactly the type of thing you're gonna need if you want to beat this with Super STR. There is a number of like newer units for several types, Tech Vegeta Blue, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, even something like the Icarus Gohan and stuff like that. Like, STR, after they released Super Saiyan 4 Goku, STR basically stopped, there was a stop to putting out new STR units. Like, let's look at it. Since Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the next unit I could think of is the Super Saiyan 40% support Kabe. But that was many months later. Obviously, we are using the Dokkan Awakened version of B-Pan here on the team. She is incredibly important because she does a lot of really good things. They did obviously also release Ultimate Gohan very recently, and also the 1000-day LR Goku, who we are using here. Now, I actually had a pretty bad opening rotation and stuff going in here. Also, I'm gambling right here, but that's, again, I've talked about it many times, during these Super Battle Road videos. You need to gamble in the opening round, like, as much as you can, because if you get a really, really good, decisive first, match against whatever units you're fighting, and you could maybe get through it with only one item used, or, one or maybe two items used, you're sitting pretty. Okay, boom, perfect. Well, it was perfect, but the key is very bad here. So what I'm going to be trying to do while going through Super Battle Road here is we are going to be putting the LR Goku on a rotation with Ultimate Gohan. The reason for this is that they share, I believe it's All in the Family, which is a defense link. I believe B-Pan also has it. It is a defensive link, which raises your defense by 15%. Add that to LR 1000-day Wishes Goku right here, who already has 77% defense at the start of turn, plus he gets, I believe it's, he gets 7% attack and defense per orb obtained. So if you can get a ton of orbs with him, and he's linked with Ultimate Gohan, plus Ultimate Gohan's passive, which gives you that 50% defensive buff to super type allies, and this LR Goku is incredibly tanky. Now, here is the other really big factor, this guy right here. This Great Ape, we'll talk more about this in a while. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, Akatsuki is high. Potential system buffs do not count in Great Ape mode. What I mean by that is Great Apes cannot crit, they cannot additional, none of that shit, and any buffs you got, like let's say you have a Rainbow Super Saiyan 3 GT Kid Goku right here, he does not do extra damage after being Rainbow compared to Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku, who is, has none at all. I do think SA level counts. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I believe the super attack level does count for these Great Apes, but no potential system buffs do count, which is so stupid. Like, that would make Great Apes a lot better is, if you could actually Rainbow the fuckers, and then they start outputting really, really good, decent damage, because because they don't link with themselves, you can't really get super attacks easily. Like, look at this. You know, getting one of the 3 super attacks, a super attack, is the best you can hope for most of the time. In order to beat Super STR, unless you have like a full rainbow team, I also do think you need several Great Ape transformations to really help you skate through. So this, yeah, it worked perfectly. I was able to manipulate my rotations exactly the way I wanted it. Going through Super Battle Road with this STR team, these are the rotations I'm going to be using. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and then that Super Saiyan 3 GT Kid Goku. I know it's shocking, but it is a very effective formation because, one, we're going to be getting a lot of turns for that GT Goku to possibly go Great Ape and do as much basically chip damage, you know, to use a fighting game term, you know, Fighters is out, to do as much chip damage as possible and try and slowly whittle that health down as much as I possibly can while in Great Ape. Plus, obviously, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is probably one of the most important members of this team. I'd say it's pretty damn close. Now, see, here's what I'm talking about right here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Then this rotation, we have the LR 1000-Day Goku. I already explained exactly like what my deal is with him and having him, you know, be very defensive. That's basically a big thing about him. Plus, he will heal us a lot. So, yep, boom. Look at that. Only 12,000. That's not bad. We'll take that. Only 10,000 right there. Very good. Ultimate Gohan is a great buddy with him, and this will allow us to kind of skate through the most of Super Battle Road. So, I guess I'll start going through the team now. Again, we'll start with the friend I took, which was the 1000-Day Goku. I am losing out on 20%. Oh, right there. I'm checking to make sure that we were not fighting Boo. Boo and fucking Bobbity. I've talked about it a million times. Most people know by now, Boo and Bobbity is a bad time. If you cannot go against them, I highly recommend you avoid Boo and Bobbity because they will fuck you up, fam. They will fuck your day up. So, the 1000-Day Goku, right? I've basically completely gone over him, but, you know, the fact that he gets that 77% to attack and defense, and then he gets 7% additional attack and defense per orb. Like, he's really good. He's easily one of the best units in the game. It's just, like, not a lot of Dokkan YouTubers, like, well, none of us have been able to make, like, a video with him actually on our teams. So we're not really able to properly spread to people how good he is because we can only use a friend, you know, LR 1000-Day Goku. I actually believe D3 is closing in on getting him. I'm going to be very, very much looking forward to seeing his videos once he's actually able to get that Goku like on a team or like a double LR Goku team. That will be very interesting to watch because he's great for Super Battle Road with his healing and his defense. So next unit, of course, we'll look at is Ultimate Gohan. Now, Ultimate Gohan for me for a long time has been pretty underwhelming. I only recently got dupes for him, and after that, I felt like he was a much, much better unit. His links are definitely bad. There's no doubt about that, and you can't really argue that. Like, you're going to be running Ultimate Gohan on, like, these basically Saiyan teams, and he doesn't have one of the most common links, of course, Super Saiyan, because Ultimate Gohan is not a Super Saiyan. Plus, he doesn't have Prepare for Battle or Over in a Flash. He's only got Shocking Speed. It leads to a lot of issues going forward. But he does give that 50% defensive boost to all allies, which is incredibly good here in Super Battle Road. He does give himself a 120% attack boost. Plus, I believe when I recorded this, I think I only had one dupe for my Ultimate Gohan, but now I believe I have 2 dupes. I did kind of chase the Rage Trunks a little bit, and I was able to get him. Believe it or not, that Rage Trunks is actually incredibly good here. Yeah, see, this is pretty bad. We're already on to using my 3rd item only in the 2nd fight. So, to be honest, we're a little behind the 8 ball. But I believe this does work out pretty good. No, there's no way we get the Dokkan attack in the next fights. I don't know. Yeah, this was a scratch and claw right here. But that Rage Trunks is a really good defensive unit. He's pretty good for Super Battle Road if you were able to pull him, although it took your boy a lot of stones to get him. So that deals with Ultimate Gohan. We'll talk about Super Saiyan 4 Goku since he's here, right? At this point, I believe my Super Saiyan 4 Goku had 1 dupe in him. I now have since gotten a second as well while going for that Rage Trunks. He's just a hard hitter, you know, 150% start a turn. He's going to do a massive amount of damage. We're not getting the stuns from Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, which really, really hurts right here. Do I gamble this? I might, because it's like, yeah, we have a Whis active, and it's just like, yeah, we're not going to be able to just blow all my items and actually be able to survive through this. So, I believe Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he does have that 30% chance to counter super attacks, just like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta does. But, I mean, I'm not running that Goku on rotation. You know, it would be nice to get a lot of his damage, but I felt like prioritizing defense was probably my best bet. Plus, like, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he does so much additional damage by being linked up with that GT Kid Goku, but it really throws the links in chaos throughout the whole team, so I wasn't a big fan of this. Alright, so, looking at this right here, I already know what I have to do. No items, I think, and then we need Frieza to be stunned, or else this is a loss. So, yeah, I think this is a situation where I'm not going to use items, and it's if Vegeta stuns Frieza, we'll continue, and if Vegeta does not stun... Oh, do I use an item? No, 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 no. No, there's no way I use an item right here. Nah, I can't... No, I did. I'm trying to predict my strategies, and I wasn't even able to. Okay, interesting. Actually, this might work out, though. But the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, basically we've gone over him. The one other good thing about him is, of course, he does increase his defense after he supers for the 6 turns. But, you know, using him as a floater the way I am, it's not really going to give him a chance to stack that moving forward. So, okay, we didn't stun Frieza, so if I hadn't healed, I would have died there. And this did end up turning out to be a winning run, so, alright, there you go. Alright, so the next unit we're going to talk about, of course, is Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, as far as I'm aware, he has a 7-turn limit in terms of actually reducing damage by... Is it 90%? It's like 90%, 80%, 70%, something like that. I don't completely remember what Vegeta's, like, the percentage actually is, but it's somewhere around there. 70, 80, or 90% he reduces damage by for 7 turns at the start of turn. Now, the way Vegeta's passive works in a fight like Super Battle Road or Boss Rush is that any turns you don't use kind of get stacked on top of it. So what I mean is, if we beat the first fight, which was Tao and the Crane Hermit, if we beat it before those 7 turns go up, any additional turns left over, let's just say there was 2 turns left, they actually get added to his passive going into the next fight. We got a crit for 2 million, really good right there. So, going into this fight, we would have 9 turns instead. Now, I saw that was stated on the Dokkan subreddit a while back, and I didn't believe it at the time, but I did run some tests, and I believe it is true. That works for both, like, Super Saiyan 3 AGL Goku, Super Saiyan 3 STR, you know, Vegeta. You're able to stack their passives like that. So we're looking at it, have 4 items left, not the greatest, going into 2 fights. First, we're going to fight 4 of these fuckers, and then we're going to fight 5 in the Bojack fight. As you guys might be able to guess, we are going to be getting some gigantic lucky breaks towards the end here. So, that basically covers Vegeta. He does also, of course, have that high chance to stun, which is a 50% chance. If you're going to get through Super Battle Road with STR, I do think you need to get several of those stuns off, or else you're going to be fucked, just plain point blank and simple. The next unit we can talk about is my STR Gogeta. Now, I have him on the team basically just as a throw-in because I didn't have a better unit. STR Gogeta, I would have ran the Rage Trunks in his place if possible, because the thing that makes STR Gogeta hit hard is, of course, the fact that he always has type advantage, but you're going up against type advantage in Super Battle Road. So units like the Gogetas are not as effective here as they would be outside of this mode. Same thing with Janemba. That's why Janemba gets absolutely fucking toasted in this mode, is because of the fact that you're already got the physical type of, like, you know, the type advantage going. The only additional defense Janemba's gonna get is he's going to block the extra damage that like a super type would get by attacking an extreme type, if you guys get what I'm saying. So Janemba's arrow will be pointing all the way down instead of like diagonal down. Okay, so that basically covers Gogeta, because, you know, he's really not that great of a unit for this mode at all, except for the fact that he's like S rank in the hidden potential system, so his stats are going to be so high. You know, his defense, his attack, his health can get really, really high if you have a lot of dupes for him. Now, I believe the only there's two units we haven't talked about. Obviously, the Super Saiyan 3 GT Kid Goku. Mainly, he's here for that Great Ape transformation. Trying to get as many of those as possible in Super Battle Road will really help you out. I believe we get 2 transformations in this run. We do get another transformation a little later on, which really, really saves us. Because I'm not really using his passive to great effect. You know, obviously he gives that 33% additional attack to allies, but we're not really able to, you know, utilize that incredibly well here, because I have him like linked up with Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, who is not a hard-hitting unit, even though if you know, he is another S-rank potential, another S-rank unit in the hidden potential system. So, you know, you can get him to do pretty decent damage if he's rainbowed. Like, if you guys notice, I think my STR Gogeta is only slightly hitting harder than Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. I might have said Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta at some point. I really hope I didn't. Ooh, the additional by Goku. That's very, very clutch right there. At this point, I kind of need breaks to go my way. That is really good, because that killed him. So now we only have to worry about souls at the end. This looks like a gamble situation to me. And this will allow me to talk about B-Pan, who is one of the better units in the game, I would think, maybe for Super Battle Road, because of how much defensive viability she has. Again, I said one of the better units in the game for Super Battle Road. Now, first thing about B-Pan, if you have her at Super Attack 5, which is very easy to get, it's very easy to get dupes of B-Pan, she actually will be able to super at 9 key, which will enable her to get those super attacks off very well on Super STR, considering they link so poorly on Super STR. Right, there's no discussion about that. Now, normally we'd probably be fucked right here. Yep, but it activated. B-Pan also has, I believe, a great chance to reduce damage by 50%. So she's going to take 50% less damage. Now, it's actually a trigger that'll activate with every attack she gets hit by. It's not something that activates at the start of turn. Like, you know, she got supered right there for 69,000 or whatever. That was, you know, taking, you know, half damage. But she could have gotten hit after that and taken normal damage. Both the tech free-to-play Bulma that everyone has at 100% from the Global vs. JP event and this B-Pan, they both work in that similar manner where... Oh, notice, by the way, also, we've had Cooler lock down stun the entire fight. This is why I was able to get through Super Battle Road, is because the stuns with Vegeta have been going off nearly every fucking time. Like, this man just never has an opportunity whatsoever to actually, you know, attack us. Which is great, because we're able, you know, Cooler attacks the most times. Like, his other 3 minions, they'll attack us, you know, once per turn. But Cooler attacks what? What is that? He's attacking 3 times or 4 times? And because he's stunned, those are all those attacks we don't have to worry about. LR Goku being able to heal nicely with his, you know, passive. This unit is so good. Very, very helpful. Alright, going back to Pan. So, she reduces damage. She can super at 9 key. She can stun. She has a rare chance to stun, which is incredibly helpful. I believe I might get that 1 or 2 times going through here. Obviously, getting stuns from her or Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is, like, paramount to getting victory. Hopefully, we don't take out Cooler right here, and then that will allow the LR Goku to really heal us a lot next turn, because we have so many orbs lined up. So not only does Pan super at 9 key, not only does Pan stun, not only does Pan greatly reduce damage by 50%, but I believe she also heals 30% of the damage she does back. So that's what I'm talking about. She has 4 different, like, you know, ways that she can contribute to the team that are very, very good. She also does link pretty well with Ultimate Gohan. So here we go. Because of the fact that we were able to we kept Cooler basically stun locked that entire fight. We're now going into this last fight with, what, 4 items? I really thought right here that I was going to be able to beat this, but here's a problem. Here's Super STR, you know, with its problems, which is the links. If we're not lucky with the key on the board, you can get bad rotations like this right here, where it's very, very difficult to get supers or even try and get like an ultra super with LR Goku right here, or get a ton of healing, you know, whatever it is that we want to talk about here. We're just having a little bit of trouble with it. So this, I believe, how much longer do we have here? Yeah, we have almost 10 minutes in this final fight right here. This was a struggle. Even with all of the items I had, I barely made it through because Super STR and those damn links, and this right here, this is horrible. Look. Yeah, gonna have to use that Whis because, see, we would want all of those fucking attacks to be at the start of the rotation so that Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta could absorb them all. But they're all focused on Goku at the end. At the very least, Goku will have a chance to counter if he's supered, and he's getting attacked after he supers, so he is going to be able to get that defensive buff right here. I think I might actually get a counter here as well. I think I remember getting a counter off with Goku because I was very, very concerned. And also notice, you know, despite the fact that we're in this for 10 minutes, like we're in this fight against Bojack for 10 minutes, I believe Vegeta's passive, it does run out finally at the very, very end of the fight. But again, it only runs out like literally after we've been in this fight forever. Okay, that's really unlucky right there. But did y'all see that? Y'all saw that dodge? Did y'all see that dodge right there? That is why a lot of these units, you know, I think 3 dodge is kind of like a good way to go. Honestly, 3 dodge is very, very helpful. So that's another thing I should talk about here is that Super STR doesn't really have these cheat code characters. You know, AGL Toa, AGL Whis, Icarus Kid Gohan, who will heal you to full health if you go below 30%. Which is great. It basically is as though you have 4 extra healing items. Incredibly useful. But Super STR doesn't have one of those. Super STR does have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, but like, you know, the other cheat code character, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who has that 70% chance, and yes, it is indeed a 70% chance to counter supers. That is incredibly helpful because obviously supers are what really fucks your day up in this mode. Alright, cool. We did get a stun on Bojack. That's basically required at this point. Let me please get them stuns, my boy. And see, here it is. This is a rotation that's also not that good, where we're not going to be able to do a lot of damage here at all. Because Gogeta just doesn't, flat out just doesn't hit that hard. So in order to beat Super STR, the Super Battle Road, I actually had to dump a lot of my resources into my STR units. Now, what I mean by this is Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. He is actually SA-10. I gave him Kai's, I SA-10 him. As you guys know, I went very deep on the Tapion banner and had tons and tons of Santa Roshis. So I was able to SA-10 Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. And I gave Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta all of the free paths in the potential system. I had to because I needed the extra stats. I did the same thing with Super Saiyan 3 GT Kid Goku. I gave him all of the abilities I possibly could. I did not give him, like, I didn't 100% him or anything like that, but I gave him a lot of love in the potential system. He has full abilities. So that enabled me to, you know, just have those high stats. Like, you see, even though we have 120% leader and then a 100% leader, because that's what LR Goku is, we're still above 300,000 health, which is like a prerequisite basically in this mode because of how difficult it could be. You know, basically their super attacks can sometimes do up to like 160,000. That fucker, the fact that he had that sliver of health left, ugh, boils my blood. All right, so this is really, really good right here. If we get the stun on Bojack, Vegeta will completely tank all of the damage, Plus, Bojack could be stunned at the end. We're not going to have to worry about getting hit by him. And even if Vegeta doesn't stun, then Pan has a chance to stun. And Pan also has a chance to reduce the damage. So we got very lucky with this rotation right here. So I SA-10 the GT Kid Goku, I SA-10 Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, gave them a lot of potential system buffs. I did the same thing with Gogeta, STR Gogeta. I did finally SA-10 him. One of the main reasons was for this mode. I also, I made a mistake back when I had first, okay, Pan's ability did activate right there, though. That's why we only took 86,000 damage. Now, I'm pretty sure, okay, this is the other reason I was able to beat Super Battle Road right here, is I believe we get a second Dokkan attack right here. Because I can get those red orbs, and we're going to get a second Dokkan attack, which is going to kill Goku. This is how I beat STR Super Battle Road. I got 2 Dokkan attacks, my boy. 2! And this will allow us to skate through just barely, too. And oh, by the way, I hope y'all don't think Bojack is done, because he most definitely is not. This will kill Goku, but Bojack, no. Notice how much damage that did. That was a crit for almost 2 million. Take a look at Bojack's health after Gohan hits him. That he was basically half health. Now, yeah, here's the thing. If Bojack would have supered Gogeta right here, I believe that would have been a loss, but obviously he just does a regular attack. Then, of course, okay, here's the thing. LR Goku healed a significant amount of our health from the Dokkan attack. Plus, this is the reason I won. If I had not gotten Goku to go Grade Ape right here, I think we would have lost. This allows me to do enough chip damage to this guy to slowly whittle his health down and buy time as well. Because the thing you guys are going to see is that as soon as we leave this Grade Ape mode, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, his passive is gone. He's not going to be able to tank anymore. And we don't have items left anymore, so there's basically nothing I could do. Had Goku not gotten this, I wouldn't have been able to beat this. So this was, like, this is probably the luckiest run, or one of the luckiest runs you're going to see. I've had 2 insane luck runs on Super Battle Road. My Super Int run and now my Super STR run were absolutely just bafflingly, amazingly lucky. You know, when I beat Super Int, and also, look at this, we got 3 turns in GT Kid Goku's transformation right here. We got 3! That is so rare, but it was so important. I'm panicking right now because the fucking orbs are shit and I can't even get a super attack. And look at this man's health! Look at this man's health! This is why I hate the Grade Ape mechanic, because I couldn't super and he survived! Look, do y'all know how salty I would have been if I would have lost right here? Look at this. Vegeta's passive is gone. Bojack super attacks me in that first slot, I might have died. There's a good chance right there because, again, Vegeta's passive is gone at this point. So, basically, if I don't kill him with Vegeta and then Kid Goku's attack, I would have probably lost right there. Yeah, that did 55,000. Bojack supers right there, I would have lost. I would have been salty until my dying day at that point. But there it is. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta finished it. In order to beat Super STR, I had to go heavy with potential system buffs on units I did not want to, and also SA-10 units I normally would not have wanted to, just because it's that hard. Easily the hardest of the super types. All the other super types have cheat code characters that are well equipped for this. You know, like AGL and Physical both have a Super Vegito who dominates this mode. Like, you know, STR doesn't have any of that shit, so it's pretty tough. I actually do get this on screen because now that I've beaten it with every super type unit, now that I've beaten Super Battle Road with every super type, we can actually head to here to the missions, and we can get a copy of Physical LR Gohan. So there you go. Yeah, had to screenshot that. You know, had bask in this moment. Earning LR Gohan from Super Battle Road, that shit is very, very difficult to do. I know a lot of people modded. Doesn't bother me, but I did want to accomplish this shit, and I got it. So now your boy has the 13 LR box. Thank y'all for watching. The next Super Battle Road I'm going to go ahead and attempt to take down is actually going to be the Extreme AGL, because I should be able to pretty easily do it now that I have Majin Vegeta. Thank y'all for watching, and later.